Hello, everybody.
Happy pie day.
Serve it up,
Oh,
girl.
serve it up. You want one with a lot of pineapple or ham or
whatever's clever.
This one looks like a lot of pineapple. And whoa, the ham, losing the ham. And I'm gonna try to find one without too much pineapple. I think this one might be my first pick.
Feels like it might be hot.
It might still be hot. Yeah, I tried to cool it a little bit. I tried to cool it a bit. For those of you that don't know, it's pizza pie. That's right. In honor of Pie Day. Pie Day.
What's happening, everybody?
Yeah, what is happening? What's happening? This is Megan's choice. She likes Hawaiian pizza.
Hi, Papa Guy.
So we're going to go with the Hawaiian pizza tonight.
I do. I didn't know until recently that you aren't really a fan of it.
It's the pineapple part. And what's even worse, oh my gosh, some people put peppers on their pineapple pizza. That I definitely couldn't do. That would be wrong on so many levels. I'm just saying.
I could probably do it.
I just really don't like peppers, you know.
I don't think there's any topping other than like jalapeno peppers that I wouldn't be into.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I just don't, because I like a lot of things, but that would be one of them that I don't care for.
Excuse me in advance.
Okay.
Pardon me. Just
breaking news.
We're having Hawaiian pizza.
For Pie Day.
Maybe anchovies. Yeah. I don't think I'd be down for anchovies on pizza.
I'm okay with anchovies on my Caesar salad, though.
Oh. Interesting.
Good pull. Well, they make Caesar salad dressing with anchovies, so yeah.
Wow. Learn something new every day.
Look at that. I know. The chef has spoken, man. Just saying.
So, I didn't really prepare too much to talk about for tonight's pod because my life has just been so eventful lately that I was just going to talk about that.
Oh. Well, I have two not super hot topics, but I did come up with two things.
Okay. So maybe we'll go through your topics.
My inventory?
Yeah.
Okay. So has everybody heard Lindsay Lohan is pregnant?
Oh, I did not hear that.
She's 36.
Is it twins?
That's what everybody remembers her from first, I think. Parent Trap, right? So she actually got married in, I believe it was December, to this big finance guy from Dubai. She moved to Dubai in 2016. And is very happy there. So anyway, she got engaged in November, got married, I believe, in December. And she is officially pregnant now. I don't know how far along. They're not saying when her due date or anything is yet. But wouldn't that be funny if she had twins, though? That would just be perfect. So this is her first child, and she is 36. And we all know her history. She, got involved in drugs and all of that.
Yeah, but...
So do you guys think she's going to make a good mother? What do you guys think?
I never jump to assume that someone's going to be a bad mother.
Well, her husband is quite wealthy, but she's wealthy in her own. And she just did a bunch of movies that were released in December.
I watched her in a Christmas movie not too long ago.
Yeah. And that was one of the biggest movies they said this year. I think on Netflix was one of them. And
really? I thought it was kind of bad.
Had the most views or whatever. So, I've never been to Dubai, but I understand, I know people that have, and it's quite the affluent lifestyle. But according to her, why she loves it there so much is
Oh, she still like lives there.
and she moved there in 2016 and still lives
Oh,
there with her
wow.
husband. Yeah.
So she just comes to LA for appearances and whatnot.
And films and but that's her residence. But she said why she loves it there so much is
Hi, Dylan.
it isn't legal for them to have paparazzi and people going around randomly taking pictures there. That is not legal in Dubai. And so she said it's much more calm. She said, and now she's, with child, but she's kind of excited about that nobody can be there and exploit her child. Her husband is quite handsome, by the way, just saying.
She looks good, but I'm growing more and more opinions about women filling their face up with filler before the age of 40.
Yeah.
I think if you're 40 and over, do whatever the hell you want.
Just wing it, baby. Fill it up.
But I feel so bad when I see young girls.
So young.
And so many of them, like I think Anna Paul was one person. She's a TikToker. So many of the young girls that go through it, they'll come on and say, I wish I never did any of that filler nonsense. I looked crazy. Yep. They get the cheeks and the chin and the nose.
And the lips too big.
And the lips. And then they get
everything's out of proportion.
Everywhere else.
Yeah.
And I understand, Lindsay has a bit of a past that made her look a little less youthful, maybe, the drugs and the lifestyle she lived. And so I could understand maybe needing a little plumpness, but I think she went just a little too far. Have you seen pictures of her recently?
Yeah.
I think she went just a little too much. It's my opinion. She can do what she wants. She doesn't look bad, but.
And I don't know. I'm going to guess it's probably not recommended when you're pregnant to get, fillers and such in case it migrates and does whatever it does, or you have a reaction or.
Yeah, we're talking about Lindsay Lohan.
But she says she's super happy and absolutely in love and.
Matthew, what's up? And sorry, I didn't know anyone was in here. Pineapple pizza. Oh yeah, we've discovered that the store brand pizzas.
This one happens
the best.
Well, this one's DiGiorno.
Oh,
but because the store brands weren't on sale, and Megan wanted the Hawaiian one, and I don't know. Yeah, I think they do have a Hawaiian one, but these were a better deal because they weren't on sale. So
hey, thanks for the rose.
So we went with this. Let me see. I'm trying to opt for the less pineapple-y ones. Maybe it might just fall off onto another piece. So anyway, so that was my first one. And I'm
happy for her.
Yeah.
I think she's as long as she's happy.
Yeah.
And as long as she has access to any kind of help she might need, I think she'll be just fine.
And they say that she said, that now's a good time, and her body itself is healthier than it's been in quite some time.
That's what I'm saying. As long as she's healthy and happy, and if there's any issues or complications, if she can, as long as she's okay.
Yeah. So, my second.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan's pregnant. Happy Pie Day.
Happy pie, happy pie.
Yeah, 314, 3.14.
So yeah, she just announced it today that she is officially pregnant.
Everyone's team pineapple on pizza in the chat. I'm loving it.
I'm not. But you know what? It's a good thing. That's what I was just gonna say. I can pick them and give them. So my second topic. Or are we done with that one? Anybody else need to have any input?
I guess we could kind of. Is there anything else we wanted to mention about the fillers and stuff? Gosh, I see it. It's the last few years it's just become more and more of a thing. So common and popular, and even for a while I thought about it. I saw videos of girls that got like under eye filler, and I'm like, oh wow, it makes it so I don't have under eye bags that are that bad. I used to when I was a kid, but like there's some girls that they get the filler here, and I'm like, oh, and you can get cheekbones and whatever and this and
They
that.
just make me too nervous.
But yeah, if you do even a little bit of homework, it's so scary the way those fillers and you see them, they end up looking like they're out of the Muppets.
I
Like
mean,
Miss Piggy.
it's like a type of silicone that they're
Mhm.
injecting, and I can't believe that they're still allowing it. And I'm going to tell you why.
Right? Yeah. You're fine.
They're saying that silicone implants. Now that's completely encased, right? They're stopping making. They're not recommending people have them as implants. They're still doing them in some other countries, but in the United States they're not. They're just doing saline. So if you have an issue, it's just saline water that would leak out. And
Yeah, I saw because as some of you may know, oh, here's an opportunity to maybe promote
we
the
go.
Tata Fund.
Okay.
If anyone doesn't know, we are 490 donations away from potentially maybe getting some Tatas.
That means we have 10 in. We have 10
So-
in. Who wants to be number 11?
If you want to donate to the Tata Fund, you just let me know.
Yes.
But what I was going to say is I was doing some homework on it because I kind of want to get some Tatas. And apparently they did the silicone ones because the silicone ones don't rupture as easily, but they can. And if they do, it's like
dangerous.
lethal.
It is.
Whereas the saline ones are a little like thinner, a little more fragile,
Mhm.
more it's more you're more likely to rupture if you have the
A
saline
car
versus
accident
the
or
silicone
something.
or whatever. But if it does rupture,
It's salt water.
it's not. You've got time to make it to the hospital before serious things start. You know,
nothing serious is going to happen if they rupture.
well, you
Other
still
than you
want to
deflate.
go.
Well, of course, yeah. But I mean, you're not going to be in panic mode. You're not going to get toxic or so. So that being said,
Oh, Rick.
so if they're not
It's
allowing,
a great fun.
if they're not allowing, you know, that or you know, not recommending silicone implants, now those are encased. Now you're injecting free flying silicone into your body instead. You know, it just saying.
Depending on the size of the rupture, you could go into heart failure from
All
the
kinds of things.
saline.
Oh.
Yeah, if you've got huge ones,
No,
and it like
there's it's not that salty. IVs.
some like pineapple juice. Just
I saw that squirt. A lot of times IVs are just saline solution. So, and it's the same solution that they put in the bags, and they'll put a whole bag of saline solution to hydrate you.
Look, I'm not a doctor.
I
She's
know.
not a doctor.
But all I'm saying is they're saying that they're a lot safer. And so if that's the case, why are we injecting ourselves with free-flowing
Christine.
silicone? I'm just saying.
Christine said, Megan never touched that beautiful face ever. I don't have any plans to. I'm fortunate that I've always liked my face. It's something that
I like your face too.
It's something that I've kind of always liked about myself.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
And you know, you've grown into it.
well, I'm glad I haven't grown out of it.
No. And I love her ears. She has sexy ears like her mom. Just saying. If you saw her dad's ears, you'd understand why I'm saying that. He's got like big ones, you know.
My ears are different from each other, though. I think we've talked about
Yeah.
this. I think we've talked about this on the pod.
So, yeah.
But what I was going to say, because that kind of segues into my topics that aren't topics about kind of what's just been going on in my life lately. I've recently been getting attention for my lip freckles.
I kind of like them.
I love them. I've been getting great. It's good. It's good attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we all know that freckles are angel kisses, right? So that means you've been kissed by angels right on the lips.
Right on the kisser.
See?
Mm.
You're saying.
Right, Jazz? Literally. But yeah, because I posted a video of I gotta catch the peeps up on YouTube. If there's anyone that watches us on YouTube that doesn't watch us on TikTok, you might not know. Excuse me, I had a moth come out recently. Good old cashew. For some reason, I was just like, my brain was doing the good old wandering thing, and I was like, usually when I have moths hatch, like all 9 times out of 10, I'll be like, hey, TikTok, what do we think? What should we name it? But I was like, nah. It just came right to me. This guy's name's Cashew. He looks like a little freaking cashew.
I think you're nuts.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I had a polyphemus moth hatch. I had to help it. It wasn't hatching on its own, so its wings are messed up. It would have just died in the pupa had I not. So it's kind of a weird middle ground of where it's like people say you're not supposed to touch them, you're not supposed to help them.
She did.
I wanted to at least say what's up to my little buddy, that's Tatum playing with a toy.
Talk about little buddy.
But so I posted a video with Cashew on my nose, and because he's so small, he doesn't have the big luxurious wings like he's supposed to. I guess those just aren't what God intended for him. I guess that's so he's not supposed to.
No.
But he does. He's got these little wings. So I did kind of a close-up shot of Cashew on my nose, and that's how I started the video, not even thinking of it. And so it's like my nose and my mouth. No. And so it's a close-up of my mouth. And so all of a sudden there was a bunch of comments that were like, wait, do you have freckles on your lips? I'm like,
I'm frecking.
I
freckin' so.
I do. I mean, it's no big deal. You think they're cute. Because so many people were like, oh my God, that's so cute. I'm like, oh my God. Thank you so much for noticing. I know. I've been trying to convince people, but there was like a couple of comments that were like, what's up with your lips? Because for some reason, a while back on one of my live streams, someone did the same thing and was like, why is there like, what's like on your lips? Show the crowd. There's some cute little freckles on my lips.
She's frecking.
I got some pizza sauce going on too.
Yeah, I got it all going on. Are we done with the pizza for now? Because I can bring out.
Yeah. You wanna, yeah.
Bring out.
She's got dessert.
We got some pies after the pizza pie.
But yeah, so I've always loved my little freckle lips, but ever since someone on my live stream one day was like, "Ew, what's up with your lips?" And we're like, I'm an advocate for my own lip freckles. And so, I don't know, I'm just like, I love that people are finally calling them cute because I've been calling them cute.
Now they know.
Anyways. So yeah, Mom made some sort of dessert. Let's see. So while I'm catching people up on my bugs, that's so annoying. Mom walked away and the fridge stayed open that much. She tried to close it. So the same day that the moth hatched, that night, I looked over and my mantis had molted. So I'm not going to introduce the two of them. But,
no.
But yeah, so that's my exciting life updates.
Well,
anyways, we got pie.
Yeah, well, I thought before we do pie, in recognition of today is Be Educated About Butterflies Day. National Learn About Butterflies Day. That's what it is. So just to let you know,
would you imagine that?
For anybody that doesn't know, we have a website. It is Bonnie Mode, bonniemode.com. And we have lots of butterfly stuff there.
We do.
We have some amazing, amazing t-shirts. This one has all different pollinators of North America and the sign of a peace sign.
It sure does.
And then we also have the monarchs
in flight.
Yes, they are heading on their migration, my friends.
Yeah.
And we have these in size small up to 3XL.
We do.
So anybody interested, you can head on over to
bonniemode.com
and get yourself some education about butterflies and get some nice merch while you're there.
Yeah, this podcast is brought to you by bonniemode.com.
back to the pies.
All right.
Yeah. So we have 2 pies, and then I still have 1 top left over here too. But so yeah, so Megan's been trying to educate people not just today, but year round about the importance of pollinators. So just say, yeah. So we have a lovely pecan pie, homemade, and we also have.
Hey, thanks for the music. Enjoy music.
We have a chocolate raspberry pie. And it's going to be kind of cheesecake-like. It was very different. I even made the cream cheese to make this, so I'm going to post that video up as well.
Is that what all the white is?
Yeah, it's not just cream cheese. No. I made homemade whipped cream. You can watch my video. She was busy when I was cooking.
Tatum's scratching her bowl for kibble, so do give me 1 moment.
Okay. And then are you thinking 1 of each or?
Sure.
Okay. Now, I've never made this one before, and so we're going to see how this is going to slice and dice.
Do you guys let your dogs decide when dinner time is, or is that just me?
Now, just to let you know, this one might have needed to be in the fridge just a hair longer. I was running very late today.
I'm so surprised. That never happens with anything you make.
I was running super late today, guys.
Happens all the time. When she made the pecan one, she was like, "Yeah, I was supposed to be in
needs
the
to be
fridge a
cooled
little bit
longer.
longer. Just don't say anything." And I was like, "Okay." What's up the hills?
Yeah, I think this one's supposed to set up a little bit longer, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, Tatum rings the dinner bell when she's hungry. She's a grazer.
She is.
So she'll nibble on her kibble like all day long.
Nibble on her kibble. So the first piece is always the hardest to get out.
And so whenever she usually finishes her breakfast late afternoon, and then by this time the bowl's empty again, so she goes over and scratches at it. So I'm not gonna fill it. She's not hungry.
Right.
It's worked for us her whole life, and she's never been overweight, and she's gonna be 7 this year. So.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. I know she has a lot of cat behaviors. She does. She's kind of a cat dog.
Yeah, Tatum acts like a cat. We'll find her like perched up on the arm of the couch, like a cat.
She does, and she likes to scratch like a cat does.
Well, because I never know what stories I sound like a broken record on and how many times I've told them, but when we first got Tatum, she had been like abused, and she had a messed up. They had tried to cut her tail, and so she wasn't eating, and so we had her. She was living with us for like a solid week, and she hadn't eaten like a single thing.
And we tried everything,
and it was like crazy. And so then finally we would get her to eat or lap up a few licks of baby food.
I know, and we'd get all excited. It was like we're having a party.
It wasn't until like the second week that she was actually like eating.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of thrown a curveball into her
eating habits.
Yeah. But she eats every single day. So, and we never have to worry. She doesn't scarf down the food. Like some dogs, you have to get those slow feeder things. She's never done that. Sometimes she'll just eat half of it and walk away, eat the rest of it in the morning. So, I don't know. I'm not going to put her through any kind of food recovery therapy.
No.
Anyways, let's try this.
Okay. So the raspberries on the bottom.
Yeah, definitely could have set up a little longer, but it's good.
It said to let it set up for like another at least 2 hours, and it hasn't been.
That's all right.
Super light. And the pecan pie is amazing. I love pecan pie. So I have another topic.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pecans are amazing. Love pecans. So everybody heard last November.
Let's not assume. I live under a rock.
Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you if you didn't know.
Okay.
Last November, there's a large parent company called Meta. Meta owns Instagram and Facebook. It's the parent company. So they did this big layoff. They laid off like 11,000 people last November. So they just announced they're laying off another 10,000 people.
Mm.
Now, the company only employs 85,000 people, which means they're laying off about 30% of the company. So, and they're saying it's because they're downsizing. Now, what's your real take on that? Do you think that they've just overhired, or they're trying to? Do you think, like some corporate jobs, they'll fire all these top people that have been there for a while and getting paid super well so that they can hire other people for a lot less money? Or do you really think that it's just going to be so much more automated, like they've done with like Amazon, that there aren't as many human jobs being needed?
Yeah, I think very soon there's going to be very few jobs that humans have to do.
I mean, all these companies are growing, right? Usually when companies are growing, they need more staff. Or, where are they doing their cutbacks? They haven't been clear about where they're doing the cutbacks. How do they, is it in customer service? Is it in...
Jazz said her uncle works for Zoom, which works for Meta, and he lost a bunch of friends with the layoff. He lost his bonus from 13,000 to 2,700. Wow. They built AI bots to run things now. Yeah. Well, even like I've been saying that for a while, because even when I was in high school, the job that I had all throughout my 4 years of high school, 3 years, however long I worked there, whatever. I used to work at a tourist attraction, and I worked in the ticket selling, and they already, when I was working there, and this was like, I stopped working there in like 2015, maybe 2016. They were talking about setting up just self-automated things
Put your
to
credit card and
buy
buy
the
your
tickets.
tickets. And...
and stuff. And it's like, well, I don't know how well that would work for that per se, because it was what I worked for was in high school was a historical
preservation.
If anyone knows anything about Rhode Island at all, you probably know of the Vanderbilts, and they had mansions on the Ocean Drive. I worked there and just sold tickets outside the mansion. Hey, thank you for the roses. So it was a lot of people that wanted a clear, like, they wanted to be welcomed in and greeted and told a little
personal touch,
little rundown of the history of the houses before they paid to go in and whatever. So it wouldn't necessarily work with like an automated ticket sale.
Unless they just have a screen that.
Yeah, but we also, when I worked there, they also every year had a big staff meeting, and they had the people literally that worked for Disney and like the planning and stuff in Disney would come in and have this big like demonstration, assembly, if you will, and would tell us all like how the baby bags fall. They would sit us down and say how, you make it the most wonderful place on earth.
Like Disney.
And act like, if
You need to be here.
they're there and whatever it is that they want it to be, you make it
Sound like it's
so.
that.
And Megan, you're not showing live on my TikTok for some reason. I'm live on my backup. That's probably why.
Give them your backup.
The Hills has my backup.
Oh.
At least I think. It's the same as my main one, but with an X at the end. Hey. So, what were we talking about?
Automation and
Oh yeah.
I really like this pecan pie.
So yeah, I don't think necessarily that would work for certain things, but there's definitely a lot of things like McDonald's burgers. They could probably very
Conveyor
easily
belt.
just make an assembly line and then it gets put out on a tray out the window to you. You pick it up and there you go. That's what I mean. Like so many jobs like that are a lot of jobs for a lot of Americans. There's a lot of people that work at a lot of McDonald's and Burger Kings and whatever. And
oh, and Jazz, hopefully your uncle's not going to be getting laid off then next. They said that people were going to find out. I think they're sending out the notices tomorrow, I think they said. So they'll be finding out tomorrow if they're getting laid off or not.
crazy.
And it's a 2-week notice. You're getting a 2-week notice if you're on the next 10,000 that are getting laid off or 11,000. But with the government and the position they're in right now, scrutinizing social media so much, you'd think that they'd want more people in there monitoring what's going on.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what the reasoning is?
They said it's financial. That's what Zuckerberg came out and said himself. He said it's financial. We're doing big
can't
cutbacks.
afford to have as many employees.
Yeah. Which I thought he was like a gazillionaire, but I guess, that's separate from.
I thought he didn't even own it anymore. I thought he sold it a while ago, but maybe not.
Oh, did he?
I thought someone else was running.
Oh, I would.
I didn't think it was Zuckerberg anymore.
Well, he must be because he's the one that announced it today. Why would he be announcing it?
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I live under a rock. Maybe I'm just confusing
But
Jeff Bezos with.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, he's just been giving away like tons and tons of money, Zuckerberg and his wife.
Well, there's different reasons that people
Those
move
are tax
different
reasons.
ways.
Yeah. But well, you can still write it off just the same if you're paying it out in payroll as you are donating it somewhere.
It could be money that he doesn't have, though.
Yeah.
And so it's easier to make it look like you made a donation when you didn't, rather than
pay someone.
Than not pay some people. You know what I mean? Like,
well, at least they're not having people work and not paying.
It could pay, some organization some certain amount of money to say that he donated so much, or who knows, or whatever. He's still the CEO and majority shareholder. Good to know. I did not know. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Kaylee?
But to lay off,
excuse me,
in the course of 3 months, 30% of your company, that's huge.
Yeah. I didn't go to school for business, so I couldn't even begin to have any kind of inkling why Mark Zuckerberg would lay off thousands of people. I don't know what kind of. I don't know what kind of money he's making. I don't know what his revenues are.
Well, I know that they've made a lot of changes with Facebook because of government issues of late.
I just sneezed, but then I hiccuped and but it wasn't a hiccup and it scared the sneeze away. But now I still would like to sneeze.
Can somebody help her?
It was so weird. I went to go achoo, and instead my chest went like a hiccup.
Oh,
and I'm like, what? Huh?
Hey, who took my sneeze?
look up at the light. I think that's what is
Yeah.
making me want to sneeze. Is because I
Yeah.
have been looking at the, as you can see.
Well, I know that they, as well as YouTube, have just recently made a lot of recent changes in their policies and what's allowed, what isn't allowed, all of those kinds of things. And they are really pretty firm about it. So much so that one of my friends on here tried to sell some tickets on Facebook Marketplace, and that's a no-go anymore. You can't, there's a lot of changes that have been taking place. So, but it's all conforming with what new government says. So supposedly it's for the
Drew
good of the
said
people.
Forbes said they overhired during the pandemic and no longer need them since the pandemic is over. Yeah, that makes complete sense. And I can see how if it was if they were starting new projects and upcoming, like, with the whole meta, like if they were growing past just Facebook and Instagram, whatever it is that they've kind of been doing since COVID, whatever, I can see how they could blindly just say, okay, we need 100,000 employees. And then once the work actually comes down to it, they go, oh, no, we got this covered with the smaller crew.
I guess also in his announcement, I listened to it and I also read it. He said that they canceled plans of doing some growth platform things. They didn't go into detail as to what they were, but whatever they were, and possibly could have kept some of these hires on, maybe, I don't know, have been canceled. So I don't know what they were. I don't believe they were released to anybody, what was coming down the pike, but even some new stuff that they were planning on doing, they are not going to now do, whether it's because of government changes that now they're saying, oh, what we were going to do, now we're not going to be able to do anyway. So, but the thing about when you're saying that they overhired during COVID's been over, like, as far as people back to physical jobs and stuff for quite some time.
3 years ago, like today.
Yeah.
They made like the calls to start doing lockdowns.
Right. But I mean, a lot of people have been back to their regular in office or whatever jobs. Unless, you mean you think more people were using it during COVID and now aren't using it as much? They don't need as many people to service it?
Yeah, and you're saying it as if COVID's been over it only began 3 years ago.
Right. No, but I mean, the part about the shutdown where they let people go back out and do things.
They started up whatever the new metaverse thing was. Whatever that Facebook metaverse where it's supposed to be like, have you not heard about that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like virtual reality or whatever.
I think that didn't work.
So I think they hired a bunch of people on for that and whatever other new stuff that they haven't talked about, that they said, okay, during COVID, we're going to try and do all these things. And then they saw the response to metaverse is like, guys, be for real.
Yeah.
And
like, I don't know anybody that's tried it or used it.
I have no idea even if it's a real thing. I couldn't tell you.
I've seen demonstrations of it, like on the television and stuff, demonstrations of how it was supposed to work and stuff. Does anybody know anybody that's actually ever used that, if it's up and functioning, that metaverse thing? I've only seen demonstrations of it, so, and I don't know anybody that's used it, so.
Oh, hi, Ryan. Happy Pi Day.
You made it! Usually he comes on afterwards and says, dang it, I missed it. Does anybody know anybody that's used it, or if know anything about it?
Drew said it was real. Yeah, I don't care to even talk about that anymore. Yeah. I'm just saying, I think they were doing that and a lot of other weird stuff behind the scenes, and they hired a bunch of people. Like, all right, let's roll out, and they didn't need the troops.
I bet you they hired people that probably had been working on like the Avatar thing, because that was a big project, and then that was over, unless they're making another one.
What does that have to do with Avatar?
I bet you it's a lot of the same technology.
But what?
The technology that they used for Avatar, the movie. And so I bet a lot of those people could have gone over to work doing that whole meta thing.
I don't think the two really correlate.
No.
No. I don't think there's any correlation between the metaverse and Avatar. I don't think there. I don't.
You don't think any of the technology?
I don't think
process
the
at all?
metaverse was working for Avatar. No, I don't.
No, metaverse. No. Well, Avatar's Disney,
Yeah.
but some of the people. Well, I guess they'd still work for Disney after that. I guess. No, I was just
Yeah,
thinking.
no, I don't know where
Yeah,
you're
never
going
mind.
with
We're
that.
gonna forget I said that.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have no idea where you're going with that. Yeah, Instagram says Meta too now when you log in.
Yeah, because they're both. They listed as that's the parent company.
Yeah.
Meta's the parent company for both of those.
I don't know where you were going with that Avatar thing. She didn't even see Avatar. Have you even seen the first Avatar?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of trailers and stuff, and it just seems to have that same kind of technology that would be used in virtual.
Have you watched any of the behind the scenes of Avatar?
No.
Yeah, because it's just regular CGI.
Oh, is it?
Oh. Like if you watch, it's the same. Like, have you ever watched any movie behind the scenes, or like cartoon, or like animation,
like
behind
making
the
of
scenes,
Yeah.
like of animated stuff? How they have on like the black suits and they have the dots and
kind of like
whatever.
a green screen or whatever, that they use for things.
No, it's called CGI.
Right.
It's different from a green screen. A green screen is a background. I'm talking about all the characters put on like these like trackable like how the filters and stuff on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, they like grid your face and whatever. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but chart your face or whatever. It so that they can then like turn you and your movements into anything or whatever it is. It's different than a green screen. Is just
behind you, right?
Yeah.
Well, that would be cool, boy. I could do some real like acrobatic things and stuff.
So the metaverse is just purely like, to my understanding, it's just the what's the word I'm looking for? Alternate reality or whatever, where you just put on goggles and it's like character, like a video game.
Right, except it's actually on the screen, not just you're seeing it.
Maybe they do use that technology for video games that they use for movies. Do they? I feel like they do that for like that Grand Theft Auto game where it's like people running and stealing cars and stuff. I feel like maybe they've used that technology to make that kind of thing. But I don't. But
I don't believe when they do that. Like when I think that whole 3D thing, when you wear the goggles, you're the only one seeing that. But when they're doing that meta thing,
hi Sam,
like both people are seeing it on the screen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like you would see me and I would see you. Yeah, and both of us would be interacting in there.
Whereas, where it's the other is like what's taken and turned into like with Avatar and the video games and stuff. Where with the meta, it's like real time,
and so it's there. Yeah,
so that's I don't know how the meta thing works. Do you hook yourself up in a whole contraption like they wear? Like, I
don't know. Maybe there's some type of a camera thing that you stand there and you have, how like they used to have, a voice recording thing. You had to talk to it and say so many words or whatever, so it would recognize you. Well, maybe it's the same thing with that, where you'd like stand there and it'd say, okay, stand with your arms up, your arms down, your legs out, and it records all of that.
That's what I think, and I think that's like with Wii.
Exactly. Right, with that Wii thing. Right.
That Wii game, I think that you did something similar with that, where it's like you just put a controller in your hand and you go, okay, my arms are up here, my arms are up here, whatever. You do a couple of different
whatever it tells you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
then
then-
it knows you.
So like when you like I used to play like Wii tennis and any of those
Right.
games.
I
So
thought that was cool.
it knows
That was cool, guys. Do you guys remember
in
that?
real time without any delay. It's not like you're going like this and then a second later on the screen. It's real time and do it like you're doing it. And so
and you could play like against people, you know?
Yeah, so I guess essentially all technology is all tech, like it's all intertwined if you really want to get technical.
So I guess it's kind of a glorified Wii game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Well, and that's kind of what I thought without like putting that like string of thought together.
Yeah.
That's how I always imagine like the virtual reality, even with the goggles that they have now and stuff. It's like, isn't that just like, a glorified Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never actually had one of those myself, the Wii, but I have friends that had them, and
You had a friend that let us borrow one.
yeah,
For a long
yeah.
time.
I had a friend that let us borrow one, but it wasn't mine, you know. But I think they were expensive when they first came out too. And then like each game that you'd want to play, you had to buy, and then you'd have to buy whatever, like say it was a tennis game, then you had to buy however many tennis rackets, like if you're gonna have two people playing.
Well, then there was like the attachments that it was like if you were playing the golf or the whatever, that you had the same standard handle and you could play it with that, but you could also clip on like a fake tennis racket to make it feel it, or put like a thing onto like the handle or whatever.
So it was kind of expensive.
The meta is like the filters on here, or avatar, not to be confused, like the Wii. Yeah. You know what I mean. But yeah. Fun stuff.
I'd have fun playing that game again. How about, do you guys remember? Now, this is a game. Remember, what was that dance?
I was just thinking that. That's a good game. I like that game.
That was a good game. And I'll tell you what, I bought that for the boys years ago. And oh my gosh.
I was going to say either Ryan might still have it, or we can see. I'm trying to remember if it was like we needed the PlayStation to play it, right? I think.
Did we?
Because if it's a matter of ordering some of those mats on Amazon, you could get those pretty cheap, like flimsy mats
that just have the sensors in them. You mean?
Yeah, I would.
Oh my god, that would be so fun. That would be fun
to order like one or two mats, and if he doesn't have the actual game anymore. Because that was or I think they still have them at Dave & Buster's. We could go.
Oh, just go there and do it.
Yeah, we could just go to Dave & Buster's.
I wonder if that little arcade here has it.
No, I've checked.
Oh, we could check if Dave & Buster's.
Because I used to play it when I was a kid. I used to do Dance Revolution.
Do you guys know what we're talking about? Dance Revolution?
DDR Max.
Some schools even had it because they got kids to exercise, like for gym class with it and stuff. That was cool. It was so cool. I actually bought it for my boys for Christmas because they really thought it was cool and fun, and I got them a good one too, one of the really good ones.
But we used to go to the arcade to play it.
It got expensive
because we would just do it occasionally because they had the good sturdy mat.
Yeah,
the boards, where the ones we had at home, it was like they're like you could slide your feet on it, like they were
But then I got the expensive one for one of the kids for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I realized after I got the cheap one that they were slidey, but
Drew said it's cheap at GameStop now. Yes. But no, we should
get it used at GameStop. Yeah.
We should see if I feel like they should have it still at Dave & Buster's because that's a big arcade. But I remember I went within the last few years.
Do you need a PlayStation to run it, or can you run it off something else?
Yeah, I think you need a game system to.
Ryan has a couple.
Yeah.
He'd let us borrow maybe. Or come and set it up for us.
Yeah.
And if not, I bet you they still have them at yard sales for a couple of dollars. You could probably get it too.
The cheapest one.
Yeah.
But they don't have it at the local arcade anymore. But we should definitely. We could go do a little mall trip and we could go get lunch at Dave & Buster's and go play some dance and have a little date.
Oh, you know what? I have a thing that I can cash the points.
Why does no one want to go on a date with me? Why'd you say no?
No, I do. No, what I was thinking is I have a thing that I've been saving up points on. that I can cash in for a Dave and Buster's gift card.
Oh. That could be fun.
And then we could go on a date.
Mom
and
always
we
likes
could dance.
Mom doesn't like to have to pay on the date, and she knows that she's the more financially stable one in this relationship. So it would make sense if she were to pay. So she's trying to look for ways to not have to pay. So that
A gift card,
sure,
right? I could cash in some points that I have on a thing, and get a Dave and Buster's gift card.
That could be fun.
Mm.
We could go just do a little and just vlog it and just be silly.
That could be fun. But that parking lot only has 2 hours free parking, so we'll have to set our
Yeah,
time.
but it's only $5 after that.
Oh, is it? Oh.
So we could go for 3 hours on a $5 budget.
If we use the gift card. We gotta put this whole thing into the budget here. That could be fun.
We should. Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight figure out how long it'll take to get your gift card, because now I kind of want to know. It's gonna take
Get on that gift card.
2 weeks to process and get this gift card. The
Dance Dance Revolution might
the
be
excitement in
sliding.
my pants might not be so apparent. But
That could be fun.
yeah.
You know what else I think you might like? Sometime when we get some money, there's an archery place, right, that you can go to and do archery. You know, you were saying you wanted to try archery.
I love when I tell my mom about things that I want to do, and then 2 weeks later she goes, "Hey, I thought of something that you would love to do."
No,
Archery.
you said you wanted to do it, but I mean, there's a place you can go and
Yeah, you think I didn't Google that?
no, you didn't know that. You did not share that.
I
with
just
me.
don't have anyone to go with. So
I could be her date,
that was
but
really
I don't know
cute
if I need
noise
to
you
get a
just
gift
made.
card for that though. I'll have to look into this, guys.
You want to say hi to everybody? That was actually a really cute. She went.
Yeah, move the pies.
Whoa!
Whoa, she wasn't wasting any time.
Say hello. I got messy hairs. We got baby Tatum. Tatum on the
She's a
pod.
good girl. She's a good girl.
She's looking at some pie, wanting to get some.
Is it Pie Day?
Whoa!
Hey, so guess what Monday is? Does everybody know what Monday is? Monday is the first day of spring. And it's snowing out here now. Just by the way, if anybody wanted to know, it's snowing here now. But Monday at 5:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is spring. So I'm thinking I might do some kind of a spring theme for next week's stream.
So, I have a bone to pick with you.
Okay. She's picking my bones, guys.
Speaking of spring, so I noticed today when I was cleaning the kitchen and organizing the cabinets.
Oh,
Yeah, about a week or two ago, we bought a box of some Little Debbie snacks.
yeah.
That are Easter themed, and they've been sitting in the cabinet because we're like, oh, you know, we want to get these because we want to taste test them. We'll be some of the first people will be on it, but we don't want to do it too early. We didn't want to do it before St. Patrick's Day.
That'd be
or
ridiculous.
whatever.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, we'll just put these up in the cabinet. And for so long, this box has stayed closed. And I don't know what happened. I was organizing the cabinets today, and I look up, and the box was open.
It fell off the cabinet.
And it's just crazy because we have so many different snacks, like at all times.
What are you accusing me of
That-
opening it?
I don't know why
Tatum.
you would
Tatum,
need
honey.
to have
Tatum.
the Easter snacks beforehand and then ruin
I'm not.
the authenticity
I don't know what she's talking about.
of the first time taste
What is she
test.
talking about? Tatum, is she talking about you? Honey, do you let her talk about you like that? I think she probably got into him. Now she's trying to make it seem like it was me.
Sounds fishy.
I don't think so.
I was just look. The funny thing is, the truth always reveals itself because I didn't accuse you of anything. I didn't point
No.
fingers. I didn't say,
No.
but
Maybe
you just said,
Maybe we
why
should
would you
return
assume?
it.
Why would you assume that I was
She,
insinuating that you did it?
Oh.
Did you do it?
no.
Okay,
But
so
since
then
it's
why
an
wouldn't
open
you?
box, maybe we should return it.
If you were truly innocent, I feel as though maybe that would have been the first thing you said, versus
You know, I
automatically.
haven't examined the box,
Oh.
so I would have to make a full evaluation of the situation. I would need to further investigate and see if this box needs to be returned and get another one.
You know what? If you walk in there and tell them with a straight face, hey, I got home and this box just was open and there was one missing, I would like my money back and a new box, then, maybe I'll believe you. But
well, I don't know if they'll give you your money back and a new box.
well, if you were truly innocent, this would be a catastrophe.
Well, yes.
In your life. That truthfully, I mean, you've now ruined the taste, the video. We've got to now stop again and get a whole new box. No one's gonna believe that it's the first time we've taste tested them if the box is already open, even if you're innocent. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean if?
So.
Did you hear that? If she's like a little accusation there, shall we say? I'm feeling a little hurt here, guys.
So check her trash can for a wrapper.
I'm feeling a little hurt. Actually, I'm feeling kind of a lot of hurt.
So I think she examined the box quite thoroughly.
I don't believe so.
I think you might have even examined the inside further than I did of that box.
Well, I don't know because I don't know how closely you examined it.
I, from a distance, noticed it was open and I placed it back because you know what? I'm a child of God.
Like I'm not?
Well, sure we're a sinner this Easter.
I don't know about that. Let's all have a moment of silence, and we're gonna all pray for Megan for a moment.
I'm gonna call in Chris Hansen on Catch Predator because those snacks have been preyed on, and not by the Lord and Savior.
That's right. That's right. Maybe there's an ant, or I don't know.
Sam says that you're guilty until proven innocent.
Did you hear that? You're guilty. She said that to you because it's on your device. She said you're guilty until you prove
Sam,
yourself
would you like to clarify who you were insinuating was guilty in this scenario? Wait a minute. The perpetrator might have been in my lap this whole time.
And Megan had a friend over just the other day. I'm just saying. She had a friend over the other day. I didn't keep an eye on her friend. I'm sure her friend wasn't with her every single second. Just saying.
It was suspicious how often he had to go blow his nose.
And he often comes over and says he's hungry and hasn't eaten. And we do know.
Have a sweet tooth.
I was just going to say he's got a big sweet tooth. We've made cookies for him before. I'm just saying. Now, this was just a couple of days ago. He was here, and he was here for hours.
Sam said, Mom is guilty until she proves on camera it wasn't her. I'm
going to have to call your friend in because I believe...
we just throw him in, put him into questioning. Just, where were you? The night of...
Let's hook him up to one of those, what are they, the truth...
Yeah, lie detectors.
Lie detectors, yeah.
Did you eat the Hoppy Bunny treats? Yes or no?
Yes. Do you have the Easter spirit? You know the Easter Bunny could be watching. I'm just saying. It very well, that is who I'm going to say would be maybe a prime suspect. I'm just saying.
Drew said friends go through medicine cabinets, not little Debbie Moss.
It all depends on who your friends are.
Right, the kitchen is kind of the furthest point of the house from my room, which I'm just now realizing is bullshit.
She's gonna be looking for a mini fridge here soon.
So I think I would have noticed he was gone that long, but it would have probably been a far enough distance for him to run, grab one, and eat it on the way back, and hide the evidence without.
That's right. Did he have pockets? Maybe he didn't even eat it. He might have taken it home with him for a later sweet tooth. You just really never know. You just never know.
I just can't trust anyone in this house.
No.
Because all I know is it wasn't me.
Or me.
I clean up this kitchen. I don't clean out this kitchen.
You know what? We're going to have to put a moratorium on friends coming to visit. We'll put locks on the cabinets so they can't get near the little Debbies.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a code that only I know so that I know it's not you either.
And I'm putting a code on it so that I know it's not her.
Okay, but mine's going to go on first.
That's right.
I'm going to lock it with a code that only I know, and then you can lock my lock.
Yeah.
But I want to know that you're not getting in there, but then you can lock my lock so I can't get in there either until you get it.
Well, you can put a lock on first with your code, and then I'll put one on with my code, and then you can put one on mine.
No, I don't need to.
Over that, and then I can put one over yours. Lock. You do?
Yeah. What I don't trust is your mitts.
Oh. I'm thinking she's going to have a sign in and sign out sheet when she has her friends over here. I'm just saying. And I'm going to set up some like spy cams. That's right. I'm going to put one right in that closet.
It's actually interesting because when he was here, actually, I believe you were in the kitchen filming a cooking video. So if he were the perpetrator, wouldn't you have seen said crime?
I wasn't cooking all of that time.
But a good majority you were. And another good majority, I think I can account for where he was. So
did he ever say he had to like use the bathroom?
No. He wears a diaper.
She's got some amazing friends.
Yeah. I know how to pick them.
Well, now you know what you can get him for Christmas. What do you think about that? So yeah, so I'm thinking she's looking at, she winked at me. So we're thinking maybe spring theme for next week, guys. Maybe unless another.
Do you think maybe we'll
pops
taste
out
test?
at us?
Maybe we'll taste test because those are kind of spring Easter themed. You think maybe we'll taste test those? Were they any good?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no idea.
I almost got in there.
I'm gonna find out though. But first, I'm gonna analyze it because if that box has been tampered with, we might have to return it. We're gonna have to investigate. Then we'll know.
Yeah, maybe we'll just have to start putting Ring cameras all over the house.
I think so. And inside the cabinets and inside the refrigerator and yeah. What do you think? Was it you? Was it you, honey? Did you do that?
Did you sneak into the Little Debbies? Did you sneak into the Little Debbies?
She said, if I could, I would. If I could.
Was it you? Did you sneak into Debbie? She's like, I don't know what we're excited about, but okay. Said not the bathroom trash can, it's in the body mode trash can. Let me go investigate. No, she's brave. She would just throw it right away in the kitchen one. She wouldn't even.
Who is in here saying all this stuff? They probably snuck in. Do they know where we are? Did they sneak over here and do it? And they're trying to get me in trouble. They know a little too much there. Like they could have done it themselves. I don't know. I'm gonna have to investigate this. I don't know. So yeah.
And we thought we didn't bring any drama to TikTok.
Right? I know. I'm going to have to call in, like, maybe we could put in, like, a
Random
homeowner's
guy
claim.
dude.
Maybe we can put in like a homeowner's claim on it or something. Does homeowners insurance cover that? They might say we have to have a police report.
And what happens when they fingerprint the inside of the box and they find whose mitts were inside of there? What happens
Then
then?
your friend's going to be in big trouble. Then they're going to ask us if we want to press charges. And I'm going to say, I don't know. Is he going to replace it? Is he going to say sorry? You know, I mean.
I know. I don't know what's with the notifications on this. My backup account doesn't get no love on the live streams, but it's all good. It's all good.
Right.
So yeah, stay tuned. We'll see if next week Mom's in jail.
Megan's friends in jail. You know, all this talk about it, it's probably Megan. I'm just saying, she might have walked out there and done it all herself and just doesn't remember.
Wow, it's really interesting the way that someone that's so guilty would think about an elaborate story to frame someone else. I never did such a thing. I never even accused you.
How would you know?
I never even accused you. That's
Actually,
the craziest
she's
thing.
never
of
been
this
a
all.
sleepwalker, but she used to sleep talk though. She did. She used to sleep talk, and she'd say silly things.
So now Megan would admit it. Yeah, and I probably would have told you that I took two.
Oh, you did?
No!
I haven't
But
checked
if I
them out.
did...
I know, there's two missing. So she had one with her friend, probably. They had their own private little taste test. Their own private little thing going on, and didn't invite me. And you can't have your friends over anymore. Then you're not going to invite me if I'm here. Was I here? Was I here?
When are you not here?
Sometimes I was at the farm the other day and you weren't. But you're at the farm with that when I'm not there too sometimes.
I think there was maybe an hour and a half that we were apart.
How long does it take you to eat one of those things? How big are they? I haven't seen them inside the box. I don't know. The drama, guys. The drama.
Mom's gonna be in a little Debbie jail, all boxed in.
Would you bail me out?
No, no one has sympathy for you in this moment. They just want you to admit your crimes. Yeah, give them that face.
For freaking real.
For freaking real.
I think it was your friend.
You think?
And she
But
might
do
have
you
been
have
in
any
on it.
evidence to accuse someone of said crimes?
I don't.
Okay.
Do you?
And do you have any evidence to prove that you're not guilty? Do you have any eyewitnesses, ma'am?
To prove what?
Where were you the night of the missing bunny Little Debbie snack?
What night was it?
The night that it went missing.
What night was that?
Whatever night you ate it. Look, we can play this the hard way or the easy way. Either way, Debbie wants her justice.
Little Debbie better grow up. Wouldn't that be funny if they have Little Debbie's line? They need to have Little Debbie grows up line, right? They'll probably have like rum cake and, you know, right? We have to do a taste test on video.
I want you to look her in her eyes and tell her it wasn't you that violated her.
Look, it's a butterfly. It's
Look her in the
National
eye!
Learn About Butterfly Day.
Say, Debbie, put your hand up to God.
Deborah.
Say, miniature Deborah.
Miniature Deborah.
I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
I did not steal
I did not steal
from your box
from your box
of goodies,
of goodies.
and I'm lying to your face because you watched me do it. She watched you do it. Here's my eyewitness.
I did not. I did not. I did not. I did not. I did not.
So you didn't open this box?
No.
You didn't open this box of
No,
Easter
but-
marshmallow puffs.
No, but we are going to be trying those. We are going to be trying those.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
How do you think they're gonna be?
I don't know. I'm going
Do
to
you
find
know what
out though. But
flavor
I
they
love
are?
the box.
Do you know what flavor they are?
It shows right here on the picture.
What flavor are they?
It shows that they're
What's the
chocolate and
flavor?
marshmallow.
Huh?
That's what it says.
How would you know that?
Because the picture shows that.
Maybe
And
you
I was with you in
sampled
the
them.
store when we got them. The Easter Bunny did not bring those. We actually got those at the store. So she's making it like, oh my God, how would you know what they are? Maybe because we selected them.
Wait, what are they again?
Aren't they chocolate marshmallow?
But what is the chocolate?
Cocoa.
Cocoa what?
Cocoa Puffs.
Is it
Cocoa
like-
for Cocoa
Is it a
Puffs.
brownie? Is it a cookie? Is it a?
I don't know. It was something
That's
new.
something someone that had one and doesn't want to admit to it would say.
Stay tuned, guys.
You should have at least tried to hide it.
Where? In your room?
I mean, so you just admitted that you would have been the one to hide it. I'm trying to rope her into saying that she did it with these trick questions.
Let me hide these in Megan's room so that.
Have you ever seen a more guilty face? Have you ever heard a more guilty laugh? I haven't.
You just better be nice to me because the Easter Bunny's watching. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and so is Debbie. And she's pissed.
Deborah.
Quite frankly, her and Peter are gonna have it out with you.
Apparently. All right. Now that we got that straightened out, better hydrate.
I think I've got a new job. I'm gonna go work for the FBI. The little Debbie unit.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm gonna be dealing with a lot of middle-aged men. White ones.
Well, you know.
Drew said my dad's sensors are going off. There we go. Anyways, I guess we'll see. I don't know what they taste like, but maybe I will sometime. Not tonight, though.
No, we're gonna. No, I'm full of sweets already. But we will do the taste test on those this week.
Cut my finger cutting a bagel. That is a bitch. Anyways,
She didn't cut it on the bagel. She actually cut it on the knife. In case they were wondering.
yeah. Mm-hmm. That is a valid point.
Yeah. Yeah, because our bagels aren't that sharp.
Although one time I did lose a tooth on a donut.
Oh.
Yeah, you like brought me a donut to school or something, or maybe Dad did. I remember being like second or third grade, and it was lunchtime, and I bit into that donut, and my tooth.
It's been gone.
Yeah.
Did you swallow it?
No, I don't think so.
No, because that would have been traumatic.
No, because I like to go to the nurse and get them little treasure boxes that they would give you for your tooth.
Then you have something to put under your pillow because the tooth fairy can't come and like not give you something if you put a tooth under there. Just saying.
Those were real nice. They still do that.
Yeah, the dentist used to give those too. There were these little plastic treasure boxes.
I remember I got my first one in kindergarten. I was real excited.
Yeah, that's you're going to a good school when the school has those little treasure boxes in the office or the nurse's office when you lose a tooth. That's how you know.
Well, then I changed schools. I got older, and then the next school had them too.
Maybe it's Rhode Island.
I went to more than one school. They got the little plastic treasure boxes.
So now, when you guys are looking for school districts and stuff for your kids, now that should be on the top of your list. Write this down, everybody. Now, excuse me. Now, if my child goes to the office because they've lost a tooth, will you be providing them with one of those special little boxes? And if the answer is no, don't even move into that community.
Or you order about 5 to 10 of them boxes on Amazon and you give them to the nurse and you say, "Hey, these are prescription. These are for my child only.
And
If
write
she
their name
comes
on
in
them."
here and loses a tooth, here's what you do."
Yeah, you better hope it's not her day off.
Or they might have a box of 100 of them that you could probably get for like the same price, and then you could share them, all the toothless kids.
All them there toothless kids and all,
Filling everyone's hole in their mouth and then in their heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of sweet.
Mm.
Yeah. What if they had like a big old tooth that didn't even fit in that box? Imagine they had a big, like really big tooth, and they say, "Hey, my tooth ain't fitting in this box."
Wait, Drew said they're a box shaped like a tooth here. Oh, that's a little boring.
I've seen them before. Those are cute too. They're little, they get in these little boxes. They're shaped like a tooth, and you put your tooth in a tooth, but it's not the same shape
Here,
usually.
I want to look it up and see if Google got a picture of them little tooth
I've
boxes.
seen them.
Because if you ain't ever seen one, if they don't have them in your parts, you got to see this. It's a nostalgic moment.
The treasure box one.
Tooth treasure box. Yeah. They come in a variety. Oh, look at how great the
You can get 1,000 of them for $45.
Oh, that just makes my heart. That's just there's a little treasure box. I didn't have these colors when I was a kid. These are a little more advanced.
I'm telling you,
We had more just your regular complimentary color wheel.
just the primary colors.
Oh, I think so.
That's the tooth box.
This is what Drew gets.
Yeah, you must live in one of them rich districts.
Yeah, personally, I'm a fan of the little treasure box.
Oh, and look, they get to wear it around their neck so they don't lose it. Did you see that?
That's
Those
a good
on the
idea. Yeah.
In case a lot of little kids, their outfits don't have pockets. Poor kids.
Oh wow, they're not that cheap. It's
1,000 of them.
but that's for $45.99. That's kind of a lot.
How much is that a piece? That's 4 cents a piece.
I guess you're right.
So for 4 cents, you can share with the class.
Does that hit anybody else in the nostalgia flaps?
I remember seeing them from the dentist when I was a kid. So they've been around for a while.
Those are good. Those were a good time. They were.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. And what are you supposed to do with them after the tooth fairy comes and takes that tooth out of it?
I think the tooth fairy needs them so in case she's ever moving. That's how she packs up her house. Yeah, it's a little. She puts all her treasures in it, and then she calls the moving guys, and she's got it already boxed
up. All in the boxes.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Because truly, I think there's probably a couple of tooth fairies that they cover different districts. It would make the most sense because. It's one thing where everybody has one Christmas, so there's that one Santa.
Yeah.
But 32 teeth, expecting one woman to cover all 32 teeth of all people.
That's not including your wisdom teeth.
That is kind of abuse in the workplace, if you were to ask me.
Yeah.
I don't think she's making enough.
But on another note, do you think there's something up about that whole tooth fairy thing? Look at all the DNA that she is gathering. She has everybody's.
She can do whatever she wants with it. She's a kind woman.
She has everybody's DNA.
Yeah, and she pays us for it.
Well, you do kind of give it to her when you say, "Here, I'm putting it under my pillow for you." But who else do you put anything under your pillow for? Other than you're hiding stuff under your pillow.
If I could start putting things under my pillow at night for money, I would do it.
Yeah. Hey, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
Can you just put
if anyone
anything
wants
under
to
your
stop
pillow?
by and buy something from out under my pillow, I will be.
We could start that tonight. We could start putting something under our pillow every night, and hopefully. Something, maybe the little Debbie thief will come and put something under your pillow when they take it.
Yeah. Maybe we should wait another week because I feel like the leprechauns are still in town And them little
They're gonna be here Friday in full force.
hookers, they just
Little hookers.
they will take you for everything you got.
Yeah, you get locked down.
Maybe that's who interfered with
The
Deborah.
leprechauns. I'm, she looks kind of like a leprechaun. Look at little Debbie. Look at that picture.
What are you saying about that? She's a nice lady.
She's kind of looking like a leprechaun over
What
there.
did she ever do to you other than feed you? Provide for you when you were thieving. She loved you when you were a sinner.
Okay, so what are you guys going to put under your pillows to see if you can get any money for it? I'm just saying. Like we could do a test market, put like just a napkin under there and see what you get for that. And then, put like a water bottle under there and see like, you want to get at least retail for it. You know what I'm saying? But it could be a good way to repurpose things.
I would be willing to put some toenail clippings under my pillow if we're getting rid of bodily items. Bodily extras, if you will.
Do you think there's a nail fairy?
I don't.
You think there's just a tooth fairy? I mean, those are like calcium deposits
Hey,
and white fingernails.
I heard you done met the boob fairy. What do I gotta put under my pillow for her to come and just plop some on me?
Well, I think she brings donations towards the boob fund.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. What do I gotta put under my pillow to get $30 towards my tatas?
Do you guys have any suggestions?
Anybody got a clue?
I'm gonna sleep on it.
Maybe if I put some pepperonis.
Where are we gonna get pepperoni?
The market?
Well, they're probably not open and it's snowing out.
All right. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Oh, you don't need your boobs tomorrow?
No, I can get the pepperonis tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I'm not willing to part with the ones I already got.
No. The pepperonis you already got?
Yeah.
Oh. Alrighty then.
Well, thank y'all for being here.
And hanging out, Guess it's time to clean up and all.
Christine said before pics. Oh, so if I just take a picture of my boobs now and put it under my pillow.
Under the pillow.
She might come.
She'll get the idea.
And,
hi.
Just don't put Canadian bacon under there. You don't want some coaster. What?
We want American currency.
Oh, put Hershey's Kisses under the pillows. That's a good idea. Because they're little.
Oh. Yeah, but what if Tatum gets them?
She don't like chocolate, and she knows that they're for the boob fairy. She's not
She knows they're for the boob fairy.
Jesus.
Tatum ain't asking for no boobs. I'm just saying.
Well, all you pretty kitty cats.
Yeah.
We're going to head off.
And we will be catching up with y'all folks tomorrow.
Will we? What if I got a mustard tomorrow?
A mustard?
Yeah, I mustard. You're talking about catching up. I don't know. So we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Well,
we'll relish the idea.
Oh, heavens to Betsy. This may or may not be a good idea.
Oh, hang on to your buns.
I usually do. All right. We'll catch you cool cats next Tuesday.
That's right. We will.
And this show is brought to you by BonnieMode.com.
That's right. Get your butterfly gear.
Go get you some. Yeah.